Hello, everyone. Welcome to the mini podcast series on Taurus Ascendant. I have here with me Mr. Prithviraj Singh, who is astrologer, movie screenwriter, and director of photography. Hi, Prithvi. How are you?
Hi, doctor. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm also very good, and I'm very happy that you are here for our second session. And let's begin.
Yeah, let's begin.
Yes.
Today,
So,
what are we going to discuss, doc?
so today we are going to discuss about Taurus Ascendant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to Taurus ascendant, first thing I want to speak about that it is governed by Venus, which is Shukra in Vedic astrology. So
Yeah.
what Vrishabha Lagna as a Taurus ascendant represent is a bull, who is a hardworking animal. So here, as we can see, Taurus ascendant is a fixed sign, which is known as Sthira Lagna, and that's why they are very practical in their life and they have very fixed principle in their life. They are very stubborn in nature and they are very determined in their thoughts and actions. So these are kind of person that do not easily give up on their relationship. They are very loyal and possessive. So when it comes to physical traits, what do you think, like how they look like? You want to add something?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Taurus ascendant is the second sign of the zodiac only after Aries.
Yeah.
So, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is a sign of beauty, art, and the Taurus ascendant are very much fascinated with like
Luxury.
food,
Hmm.
drinking, luxury, alcohol. I mean, you name it all. I mean, for instance, it happens to be a fixed sign, and the planet Venus itself is a very beautiful sign. It's a creative
Yes.
sign. It's
Very
an
good.
artistic sign,
Yes.
and it is also the ruler of co-ruler of Tula Lagan, which means
Hmm.
Libra ascendant.
Yes.
So actually, Libra ascendant is the Mool Trikona house for Venus planet, the planet Venus.
Mm-hmm. True.
So now Taurus ascendant itself is like it's the second house. I mean that means Venus also owns Taurus ascendant.
Yeah,
So
true.
Taurus ascendant, they are basically into finance. They're
Hmm.
basically into they're into artistic endeavors.
Yes.
And they love luxurious life. They
Yeah.
have a very luxurious I mean style. They love
Yeah.
beauty, and you see a lot of females. And if you can differentiate between male and female, I mean you would see a lot of Taurian females to be
Yeah.
very attractive.
They
They
are
have a
very
very
graceful, gentle temperament, very kind natured.
yeah. They have a very fantastic, I mean, personality. They happen to be artistic. They happen to be actresses. Even in the movie industry, you see there are a
Yeah.
lot of the Taurian ascendant female celebrities. So they have a tall structure body,
Yeah.
and they have beautiful eyes, and these individuals are actually loving creatures. So,
Mm.
with all due respect, I mean, Taurus ascendant people, especially women,
Yeah.
they seek for financial stability. I mean, they would
Mm-hmm.
definitely seek a partner in their life, even if you talk about the relationship with the opposite sex. That they need a financially stable individual who could provide security and any individual who would be owning as equal luxury as they do.
True. True.
I mean equal qualities as they have. So they are very possessive in nature. Taurians are very stubborn,
Mm.
and when it comes to males are very dominant because Taurian males are basically into business. If you see a lot of business, beauty products,
Yeah.
they're
True.
into selling a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they sell I mean, it's a very adult thing, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
adult.
Adult
I mean,
this
yeah, I mean,
industry.
adult stuff. They
Mhm.
are into actually most of the people. They are into porn making industry.
Yeah.
They're into
True.
filmmaking industry. They are
Mm.
into. I mean, males are like alcohol. You would see a lot of people who run alcohol or wine shop business. They have
Mm.
very strong Venus in their horoscope, and they happen to be
Mm.
Taurian ascendant.
Also,
So
like
yeah,
luxury items, they are possessive towards luxury items and
absolutely. Women are
obsession towards it.
absolutely most of the men or either women, and they are very much attracted, in investing in
Mm.
like shopping bags or shoes or maybe it's
Yeah.
like the clothes, the garments. I mean, they
Mm.
love beauty. They love artistic, creative endeavors. I mean, they are very much into fashion.
Mm.
So it's a very very dominant
Mm.
sign.
Yeah. So when we spoke about this actors and actresses, they are somewhere related with Taurus ascendant sign, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. So, what are the special conjunctions which we see in horoscope? They will make them in this movie industries. I think Venus should be very strong, right?
Yeah, see, to be very honest, I mean, when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
Taurian ascendant people, they seek for pleasure. I mean, these people are like pleasure seekers. They will be more. These people are more more inclined towards
Mm-hmm.
sexual activity.
Mm-hmm.
They are more inclined towards creating business opportunities. They believe
True.
in finance. They believe in
Uh-huh.
money making, like for instance stocks, bonds. You would see all these. I mean, financial commerce. These business. Business
Mhm.
run by a lot of Taurians.
Yeah.
So they are very actually very financial oriented personalities.
Mm.
So that makes them very unique.
Mm. So when it comes to physical traits, they will be having a very good facial features. They will be having very good skin because they are possessive about their looks. They will be that person who will, even if they are at home, they will be fully ready with their clothes and all. Like they won't sit idly. They like to take care of their body. And what we see with their mental triad is they are very kind nature, as we spoke about. And yes, somehow they are related with art, love, nature, music, and all. So when it comes to love and compatibility, Taurus ascendant are compatible with Virgo sign, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And yeah, if they want success in matter of love, we must see the position of Mercury and Mars in the chart, and that's how their love matters can come into reality. Actually.
Yeah, I completely agree because
Mm.
with all due practicality, because the second house is ruled by Gemini.
Mm.
So
True.
Gemini is a planet of Gemini is a sign of communication. Gemini is also a sign of
Yeah.
it's a very idealistic sign. It's a very
Mm.
unique sign if it's in its own respect. The planet itself is a prince among nine planets. Mercury is considered the prince among nine planets.
Yes. True.
And so they come from a background where their families are very communicative and their families
Mm.
possess a lot of idealistic knowledge. Their
Mm.
families invest. I mean, they you would see most of the people who invest. Their families
Mm.
invest in a lot of in businesses. They also
Mm.
there might be some. I don't know. They might be
Yes.
employees.
True. True.
They
True.
might be working under some, I don't know, some company or
Mm.
maybe. So, I mean, whatever the job condition might be. So, for
Mm.
instance, in this case, when you talk about the marriage compatibility or maybe the love compatibility, always go with
Mm.
the opposite. That's what I
Yes.
always believe.
True. True.
So opposite means, like for instance, if there is a Taurus ascendant, so the opposite seventh sign from Taurus would be Scorpio.
Yeah.
So Scorpio is a sign, is a very fiery. It's not a fiery, intense sign like Aries, like we discussed yesterday.
Yeah.
Scorpio is a very deep-rooted, secretive, and very manipulated
Mm.
sign in the
Yeah.
zodiac.
True.
So these individuals actually are very, very deep and intensely emotional
Mhm.
beings.
And that's why
So
they bond with Taurus ascendant very
yeah,
well.
absolutely, because Scorpio also happens to be a fixed sign, and
Mm.
Taurus also happen to be a fixed sign.
True.
So these two fixed personalities, when they gel together, when they they combine. If you combine Taurus and Scorpio, like
Mm.
for instance, Venus and Mars. I mean, it's almost like putting it on cake. The cherry
True.
on the cake.
Very true.
It's a very they have very different personalities, but still, the opposites attract. That's
Mm.
absolutely it happens.
Mm.
So Mars is the ruling sign of Scorpio. Mars happens to
Mm.
be the god of war. It's a fiery planet,
Yeah.
but actually the sign itself is watery. So the water sign itself is a very deep, secretive, and a very silent,
True.
manipulated sign.
Mm.
But the Scorpio people are very dynamic in their personality. They have a very dynamic personality,
Mm.
and they also Scorpios also look for financial stability.
Mm.
They also look like they also look for a partner, like
Mm. Very
their
true.
partner needs to be financially stable.
Hmm.
and they are very much into business,
True.
and they are very much into that stability, creating that
Hmm.
financial stability
Hmm.
for the family. So Taurians are always opposites attract, but still, if you go with the trine after
Hmm.
Taurus, if you see Virgos are another, it's a mole tricon sign of
Hmm.
Mercury. Mercury is very, very good in Aquarius. It's very good in uh, Virgo.
Virgos, yeah.
Yeah, because it gets exalted.
Hmm.
So the
So,
plan,
hmm.
yeah,
So when we talk about Taurus ascendant health, I want to take out some few points that Taurian ascendants, they really catch cold very easily, and they have often infected throat, and also they have health problem related with the kidney and reproductive organs. So why I'm talking about reproductive organ is because see the sign is ruled by Venus. And if Venus is somehow affected with Rahu, Ketu, or Shani, then certainly they will have issues with reproductive organs. As we say about it, as Gupta Rogas, different type of Gupta Rogas. So that they can happen to them, right?
yeah, because actually Venus is a sign of sexuality. I mean,
Hmm.
among all the nine planets, I mean, Venus is related to sex. I mean, apart from Mars.
Hmm.
So it's almost like these people actually are very much into pleasure seeking. Now, if you combine Rahu with Venus,
Hmm.
so Venus is a very good friend of Rahu. So what
Hmm.
happens is it magnifies the planet itself. But again, the position of the planet depends where the planet is positioned. If it is positioned in trine houses, it gives very, very good, powerful results. If
Hmm.
it's positioned in some square houses, first, fourth, seventh, and 10, that's also the Kendra houses, it becomes very strong.
Hmm.
But apart from 3, 6, 8, and 9, 3, 6, 8, and 12, if the
Hmm.
planet is positioned in these houses, so you could see a lot of malefic effects of those
Hmm.
Mercury. I mean, they become like addicts, sexual addicts. They become like they get some kind of a disease in the later on in their
True.
life
Very true.
with combination of Rahu, Venus in the era especially. But
Hmm.
along with that, if you include Moon or combination of Saturn, that also gives a lot of depression. That also gives a lot of
Yeah.
psychological issues. Sexual issues are related with something like Mars and Venus
Hmm.
combination with Rahu. Maybe combination of Rahu and Moon. It gives the
Hmm.
individual schizophrenia. Maybe the aspect of Rahu on Moon. It gives them mental problems. So when it comes
Hmm.
to Venus, yes, it's a very beautiful, it's a very feminine, planet.
Yeah.
It's a feminine. See, the bull itself is a masculine sign.
Hmm. True.
So the
They have this
personality.
feminine kind of energy.
Yeah,
And when we talk about beneficial planets for Taurus ascendant, Saturn is the most beneficial because ninth house, it is ruled by ninth house also, that is one Trikona, and 10th house, that is Kendra. So I think Saturn is the most auspicious planet here. And Sun is also again a neutral planet here. It does not have any enmity or it is not good, but it is a kind of a neutral planet. And when we talk about malefic planet for Taurus ascendant, Jupiter is the most malefic planet because it owns the eighth house, and so yeah, that's why Jupiter can create disasters for Taurus ascendant people. And as you mentioned before, that they may into this adult industries and all. That may
yeah.
be due to that Jupiter is somehow malefic and they do not know that what is right and what is not. So that's why we consider malefic planet for Taurus ascendant is Jupiter. And when we talk about favorable color, it is kind of a white color or cream, light cream color. It is the most favorable color for Taurus ascendant. And lucky gems, if you wanna say, then it is like a diamond or opal. It can be very lucky for Taurus ascendant, but again, you have to see different chart position, planet position in your chart, and then you have to determine.
Yeah, actually, for instance, if you talk about the gemstone itself is like the all-time favorite is diamond, and
Hmm.
all-time favorite is opal. I mean, these two stones are very favorable for Taurus ascendant,
Yeah.
and diamond is a very it's the lagna's lord's gemstone. So
Hmm.
at any given time, if the planet is positioned in a very favorable position,
Mm-hmm.
So they need to wear diamond. Otherwise, apart from that, they can actually go for Mercury, which means they can go for emerald. They can also go for blue sapphire only under certain conditions, like if Saturn is placed in a very favorable position, then definitely it's a Yug Karka planet for Taurus ascendant. It's a very good planet.
Mm-hmm. So we are coming to end of the podcast as we have discussed majorly physical triad, mental triads, and health related aspect, beneficial, malefic planets, and all. So yeah, this is a kind of a mini podcast. So we'll give a matter very concise. So thank you so much, Prithviraj, for joining, and I hope you'll join in further session also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, doctor.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so thank you everyone for viewing this. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys have any astrology consultancy you want to do, then we are there for you. You can contact Mr. Prithviraj, and I am also available. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone.